Good evening, everyone. In Chapter 1 of David Smith's work, Learning from the Stranger, Christian Faith and Cultural Diversity, he conveys the exchange between Abraham and Abimelech. As Abraham and his family traveled from their native land of Ur, they encountered many different people and many different cultures along their journey. Most, if not all, of these cultures veered away from serving the true and living God. When Abraham and his family approached Gerar, the king of Gerar, Abimelech, approached Abraham about Sarah and asked for Sarah to join him in companionship. Instead of Abraham informing Abimelech that Sarah was his wife, he mentioned that she was his sister, which too was correct, but not the full truth. In a dream, God appeared to Abimelech and chastised him for taking another man's wife, though he was unaware, and advised him to return her immediately to Abraham. The next morning, Abimelech summoned Abraham and asked him, "Why have you lied to me?" What was Abraham's response? Simply, "I thought there exists no fear of God in this land, and I thought the people of this place would kill me for her." David Smith points out in his work 4 failures expressed by Abraham in this particular text. First, Smith said that Abraham displayed a tremendous amount of fear. Abraham believed in his heart of hearts that because of what he thought was a significant difference of culture and thinking among the natives compared to his, that they would actually take his life if he mentioned that Sarah was his wife. Second, Smith points out that Abraham probably felt powerless in this situation. Here is a foreigner traveling through a country he does not know or understand, having no citizenship rights, no entitlement to the comforts of land. Maybe he felt inept or incapable of controlling the situation and the outcome in this city. Third, Smith asserts that Abraham's feeling of fear and a sense of powerlessness was based upon his limited and partial knowledge. Quite frankly, Abraham made too many assumptions. He assumed that no one in that land knew the true and living God. He assumed that the natives of that land cared less about marriage than he did. He didn't know that God appeared to Abimelech in a dream and that this dream would express Abimelech's understanding of God, something that maybe even would shock Abraham. This lack of understanding played heavily in Abraham's 4th failure, which was his lack of spiritual awareness and perspective. Abraham, similar to Elijah in 1 Kings 19, felt like he was alone, the only person serving God and doing his will. Little did Abraham know that Abimelech received dreams from God just like him. And more importantly, Abimelech knew who God was, as his response to God in the dream would suggest. Abraham passed judgment on a people group he knew nothing about because of his implicit biases. His implicit biases cause him to doubt God, withhold factual information, and operate in fear. I believe that the 4 core principles of emotional intelligence espoused by Daniel Goleman would have aided Abraham's views in his response to the king. First, Abraham should have been more self-aware of himself, his issues, his struggles, even his own biases. This would have helped him exude more self-control in his actions and also in his words. And a more self-aware and self-controlled Abraham would have displayed greater empathy for others and built a more positive relationship with those he was encountering. If Abraham would have just practiced these 4 principles, I think his relationship with the king of Gerar his relationship with the natives of Gerar, and really, honestly, the outcome of this situation would have been a lot different. Next time, Abraham, choose emotional intelligence. Thank you.